Okay, we have our first two mottling layers now finished, and now we will be going on to our third and final. And in that layer, we will be using the Bountiful Baby Warm Blush and the Yellow Ochre. And I call this my rust layer. We will be using this sponge for this layer. I use this sponge for this mottling layer and when I'm blushing. So that's why it might look red, because I use it for when I do blush. Okay. And this is half the size of a regular sponge. I just cut it in half. We are going to, oops. And again, this layer is just same as the previous layers. Same area coverage. My big brush now. You can see how dark this warm blush is alone. I think that will be good. Let's see. Just load my brush like half. I'm going to lighten this up a bit. Just a little bit more yellow. I know you can see this area right here is the color that we're going for. It's like when you see rusted metal. It's like an orangey brown, kind of orangey red, yellow red. I'm sure you get it. You can see. Hold on, Pumpkin. Of course, my dog always has to go potty when I'm doing something. And this is going to kind of bring a fleshy layer, if you can't tell, to the vinyl. That fleshy tone. It's just giving it a different effect. Because this color alone can be used as a wash to give a punch of flesh coloring if your baby seems too pale. That's how I originally discovered it. It will look a little scary if you do it as a wash, because it's going to look this dark when you brush it on. So I suggest, you know, doing thin layers, and don't wash the whole body, then go back and try to pounce it, because it will be a mess. You want to say wash the head, do a wash on the head real quick, and then go back and it out so it's not as dark. And you'll get a nice warm flesh wash with this rust. I call it a rust wash because it looks like rust when you mix it. Of course, this one takes a little longer because I have a smaller sponge. So the head is completely covered. Check for any areas that you think need to be blended or lightened up. Any dark spots, just pounce them out. Do the belly plate here. I'll go ahead and go down the center so you can see the difference. The color seems like it's darkened up. Like I might need to add some more thinner to it. But what I can do is, if it seems a little dark, just go in and do my dabbing. But you can see the difference between just the first two and then adding. And of course, when you bake this, it will lighten up just a tad bit. So this will be that fleshy spotted layer. Just add a little bit more thinner to my mix here. That's where I want it, right there. Make sure you're not leaving any gaps. You can do that by tilting to see the wet paint. There we go with all 3 layers on the belly. And then I will do the same for the limbs, like we've done all the other layers, everywhere except for the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet. And then I will bake that, and then we will come back for our veining layer.